Hello guys, how y'all doing? Alright, we're getting ready to do another objective. We're again getting close to the end. This objective is create and modify dimensions. So we're going to go over that real quick. I'm not going to show you everything to know about dimensions. I'm going to show you what you need to know as a user level certification, someone who is pursuing the user level certification. That's how I should say that. But anyway, dimensions are found under the Annotate tab right here. So if you click on the Annotate tab and also have something on your screen to measure, doesn't matter what it is, or you can just watch. But typically one of the most common ones you're going to use is the aligned dimension. You'll use them all, but this is probably the most common. And of course, using aligned dimensions is simply, measure from here to here. And there you get 28 feet 2 inches. Pretty simple. Now, of course, if you notice, I have measured this to center line. You may be asked to measure to the faces. Now, if I've already done this measurement to the center line, I can easily just go in here and change the witness line by using this grip right here at the center of the extension line, and just changing it to the well, I guess it won't let me. There it goes, to the exterior face of that. Well, I didn't think it was going to let me do that at first. And same here. Change this to, if it will, maybe I'll have to get a little closer. And one reason it's probably giving me trouble is because, there we go. Nope, didn't want that either. Is because I have wall center lines chosen. So I can still, change the witness lines to the face, but it sometimes in cases like this right here, it might give me a little trouble. So what I can do is come up here and change this to all faces. And now it should allow me to click to the face. Now, so that's would typically be how I would measure something like that. And of course, I would pull the dimension line way out here. Okay, so again, changing the witness line as to where you're measuring to is as simple as that. So I can even go back to the center if I wanted to. Okay, so the next thing you'll want to change about these dimension lines, now you see this little lock down here, that basically is to constrain or not constrain. Basically, constraining means that you don't want that measurement altered, so you could lock that. But I always leave mine open until I get closer to the end, and then at that point I might have some things that I need to retain their set measurement. But other changes that you would make to this would be over here in the properties or the type selector under the properties panel. If you click on the type selector, you'll see that there's not really any choices as far as size of text. And that's what this size is referring to. That 330 seconds is referring to the size of the text, or the actual dimension. There is one in here called 1/4 of an inch because I made that one. Okay, so if I clicked on that one, then it would change to 1/4 of an inch text. I'm going to go back to 330 seconds size text and show you how I did that. So if I want to change my text size, I just click on Edit Type, and I would duplicate, and I might want to call this 1/8 inch text. Okay, so linear 1/8 inch Arial. Okay. All right, now of course all that did was change the name of that text size. I still need to go down here. Let's see, where are we at? Right here, text size. Right there, and I can change this also to 1/8. Now it will actually show up as 1/8 inch on the drawing. There's several things you can change. You can change the font. You can change all kinds of stuff here. Just kind of go through this and play with it to figure out what it does, but I doubt very seriously that you'll be tested on anything other than text size or maybe font type. So I've already changed all that, and I am going to now hit OK. Let's see, that one right there, that's one that should be on. I was in here playing with it earlier. Okay. All right, so now it is 1/8 text that it has automatically changed to. Another way to use these lines, again, let me go to, let's go ahead and get rid of this one. We'll start a new align dimension. And if you want to continue your dimensions all the way across the structure, say maybe you're trying to get each and every wall or something like that, you just really just go down and select all the different points of reference, and then you get your multi, I forget what they call this, darn it, inline text, I guess, or I mean inline dimensions. I probably should have studied up on that before I did this video, but anyway, it's not really important here. They're not going to ask you to name that. Another thing you can do with your text is there's probably something you noticed, this little equal symbol. Well, you can actually click on that after you lay down, these text references. Click on that and it will make everything of equal distance, which this already was of equal distance. But if I were to do this, and let's say these doors were not of equal distance, it would change the position of those doors to make sure that everything from here to here to here to here was all equal measurement. Okay, so that is really all you need to know for the user certification level. I would practice all the other, because you're going to use all these other ones when you're actually doing a job, when you're actually making a job, and you can see those in some of my other videos. But go ahead and play with those so you are familiar with them. But that's pretty much it. That's how you would create and modify dimensions in Revit.